exactly the idea that this beat came from, but I know I was going through some packs. I think I had this pack, Avia vocal pack, and there's a sound called AV 140 BPM. Basically, this is the sound as is without any effects or whatever. This that was the sound. It's kind of weird, you know, but then I ran it through a couple plugins. So I ran it through an EQ, which is basically just to sharpen it a bit more. And then that sound turned into kind of ghostly. So I moved on from there, and I started to add in some bass elements to make it sound dark. So I got this bass from a reactor that so it's a stock bass. I didn't add anything to it. I didn't do much to it. I just basically ran it through. I mean, I do have an EQ and I like a delay on it, but simple stuff. Then I added another bass in, which is from a reactor as well, which has more of like a kind of open sound, you know, make it a bit more sinister, you get me, and dark. There's a signature little bass lip that I put in. Put those elements together, and the sound like. So it gives a little dark atmosphere, like it feels very sinister, you know. And then at this point, I wanted to add a bit of groove to it, so I added this, you know, keys right here. Like a bounce in it, you know. And then after that now, so I'm just like, all right, so a little bounce going on, a little vibes. Let me add some drums. So then the drums now to me are, I think, one of the better parts of the beat. Yeah, so the intro drums sound like this as a whole, and I'll break it down. So to me, it's kind of like a Afrobeat kind of thing mixed with dancehall. You know, this by itself is kind of Afrobeat vibe. Those plus the intro sounds kind of culminate to make this kind of vibe. And those are just all the sounds that we did so far. So you already have a vibe going already. So you're just like, alright, cool. You know, just feel like a little party, like a club, like a something. Yeah. Oh. So then after that section now, I start going to a more melodic section. So I start to put in some keys. It's like an harp. Yeah. That really culminates the intro sequence. Simple vibes, like nothing else, you know? And then it drop into like the beat section. And this is where the drums start to develop some more. So I think from what I played for it before, I did a kick to kind of ground the pattern a bit. Also, I did another sound, bass sound, kind of sub bass that kind of comes in kind of sparsely. For the groove, it comes in half times. You know, there's another bass that plays with that bass. So the same swooping bass that played earlier plays with this bass. So let me play that for you so you can hear what's going on. So like they kind of play with different kind of basses, and then the drums now fill in some of those gaps now. So if I play the drums, like they kind of play with each other, you know. So you can match a bass note with like a drum sound, you know. Nothing is out of place, and in comes this sound from earlier as well. Adding to the groove, keeping that groove. A new song comes in, which is kind of very light, kind of eerie, kind of wispy sound, which is this. Simple, like just like a small sound, but everything adds to the ambience of the music. And as we go along, you know, there's a next drum loop that I had made myself called JLL drum loop, which is basically just like a hi-hat loop with like some percussive elements in it. I'll play that for you. Yeah. So, and what I also did with this loop now, so I added an LFO to it. So basically, the volume is dipping in and out. So it also makes it groove too, you know. So I think without the LFO, this is it. With the LFO. So then that kind of adds to the drums to kind of give you that jumpy bounce. Yeah, and then the bass elements and other sounds, and you get. Yeah, and this song comes back in now, which is the same vocal thing from earlier. Right, and then we'll go back to the melodic part now. So something's changed up right here. So in the chorus now, the same roads that were playing this melody in the verse. So now that the chord progression has changed, they're now playing this. Right, so then that alongside the chords from earlier, the harp. And I have this weird little kind of stutter sound that I kind of put in to kind of, I don't know, just kind of give it a little different flair. Yeah, and add that with the rest of the stuff. And then add the same weird vocal thing. And just bring back all the drums now. Same JLL loop, kind of adding to the groove, just keeping it going. So it's very important that you just maintain that groove so that, you know, it feels like a consistent thing, you get me? And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. It just loops over and over again, but the biggest thing about this is just the atmosphere that I tried to create from the sounds that I had. So it's not like this vocal sound, you know, something that I had to create and just kind of play with, and you know, which I feel added to the characteristic of it. That was the vibe. That was a little bit of money rhythm, and that's my walkthrough.
Strike force. You know, and the liquor did the money. Life is sweet, let me dip it in a honey. Contract in a monies.